Alrighty then, let's talk about Matthew Stafford, number 9, and quietly is kept, especially if they wouldn't have got robbed in Green Bay, which I think did have an effect on the Minnesota game and the team morale. Matthew Stafford is a MVP candidate if you look at the numbers. Let's talk about it. We back. Motor C Sports Talk in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And I do appreciate the love, support, man. You want to make a donation, that link's in the description. Best way to donate, please just share the video. And he is, man. He got the most touchdowns in the league. The only reason he behind Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, who I think both got 7. One got 18. I think Russell might have 17 or 18, and I know Rodgers got 17. Only reason he behind them is because they played one more game than Matthew Stafford. Stafford had it early bye, and he got 4 interceptions, 16-4. So he got over 2,000 yards. Jared Goff lead the league in yards, and he playing shitty as hell. So quiet is kept. Stafford is MVP candidate, and he ain't been the problem pretty much all year. Only time I blame him is because he's the leader of the offense. Was the first game for them losing. People say the defense tired out. I felt that they should have put more points up. I do. I felt they should have put way more points up on the board versus Arizona and killed them. But that was a coaching error, if anything. But Stafford is the leader of the offense. He get the blame and he get the credit. He should get all the credit because he get the majority of the blame. But Matthew Stafford ain't been a problem this year. It's been the inability to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? If he could run the ball, he probably had 20 touchdowns because it'll open up a lot of things for him in the red zone. He got to be pinpoint accurate in the red zone, if anything. But he playing the best football he played in a long time. He playing mistake-free, and it's no coincidence he got a real offensive coordinator again. Scott Linehan was okay, you know what I'm saying? But he got a real offensive coordinator. Only reason Darrell Bevel was failing him in the running game is because personnel. He don't have the dogs to push no line back. And they really need to go next offseason. It need to be a premium, not on the running back position first, not on finding the cornerback, not on finding linebackers, offensive line play. They need offensive linemen, and they need a disruptive defensive tackle or defensive end. You know what I'm saying? They need a very, very disruptive one. But Stafford with the 16 interceptions, 64% completion rate, and 4 interceptions just speak to the testament of how talented he is. I've never denied his talent. I just said I ain't never seen nobody hold a position for 10 or 11 years and, pretty much not accomplish shit. Conventional wisdom tells you to move on, but maybe the Fords and Bob Quinn and them and Mayu Lewan just felt like they failed him. They didn't put the right people around him for him to be successful, but they keep failing him by not giving him a run game, and I feel that should be a priority. The Lions, when they drafted Stafford, they should have built from the trenches out. Really, they could have passed up on him and built from the trenches out, but it was a good pickup from the draft. I don't know what offensive lineman was there, but they definitely should have built from the trenches out. When I say that, I mean the offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, then, to your skill positions on offense, quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that's holding them back from being MVP is the lack of running game. And also the Green Bay game that, you know what I'm saying, he just don't have that breakaway receiver. Marvin Hall, he a good breakaway receiver, but he need that real deal threat. He need him a Deshaun Jackson, a Tyreek Hill, and they need speed all over the place. They don't just need guys like Ty Johnson who fast, but they not football players. They need a few fast guys, and I do think it's time to move on from Marvin Jones. I love Marvin Jones, but I think it's time for them and Danny Amendola. It's time for them to get younger and faster at that position. You know what I'm saying? I think it's imperative for them to find somebody that can get downfield and really stretch the field. Because you got Galladay and you got Hawkinson who can work underneath. And they can stretch it down out the field a little bit, but you really want that guy, that defense has got to play coverage in the back. And then that opens up holes. That opens up holes for the running back too. You know what I'm saying? That open up holes, like a Michael Gallup, but, you want a guy, they don't have to be nothing special, Calvin Ridley, you know what I'm saying? You need that guy. Then maybe, in the slot, you don't see a lot of, firecracker receivers in the slot. Most of them laterally quick, more than fast, but I think the Lions really need to go out there And I think Marvin Hall, if they can teach him how to run the routes and play the slide a little bit, I think he could be that guy. But they need that premier receiver who can stretch it out. He ain't got to be 6'6", 6'7", or nothing like that. They need that guy, maybe, like a Stephon Diggs, maybe type of guy. And Marvin Jones, he just slowing down. He used to be fast, but they need a guy that's they need a few 4-3 guys. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Jones is a 4-3. Marvin Hall is a 4-3 guy. I would get another receiver that's a 4-3 guy, or if I find a 4-2 guy, you know what I'm saying? And I would find a running back that legitimately was special and fast, that can break away. They need the speed in the backfield, and they need the speed out wide. And I think that will help Stafford out. You know what I'm saying? He need young, speedy receivers, man, because he's showing that he's been on the money with his deep balls this year. But you know what? The reason he MVP candidate, in my opinion, just based off his numbers, is because of Darrell Bevell. Get a lot of credit for that, man. Darrell Bevell, I did a video praising him. He get a lot of credit because the shit that he doing, it looked football. It looked like football. Jim Bob Cooter was going out there, asking Madden for plays and ask Madden for a play. He didn't Darrell Bevell come out there, his first 10, 20 plays is scripted. They look good, they look structured, they know what they're doing. And to be honest, they missed their championship window when they hired Joe Lombardi and didn't hire a better offensive coordinator. Had Darrell Bevell had this team that year, they had made the playoffs and lost to Dallas and Dominican Sue was crying, this team would have had a shit by would have had a playoff win by now. But hey, once again, it's the management, it's the owners. Joe Lombardi was not prepared to do it, and it's with Jim Caldwell as well too. Jim Caldwell know what a championship offensive coordinator looked like because he coached the team to a offensive coordinator. He was offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, stepped in for Cam Cameron, and Joe Flacco got hot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like in the Green Bay game, Stafford could have had another touchdown had Kenny Galladay had breakaway speed. And Galladay pretty fast, but in the NFL, these dudes don't do nothing but get bigger, stronger, and faster every year. They got to find that guy. They got to find him a Tyreek Hill. They got to find him a Deshaun Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They got to find that guy. You know what I'm saying? They can't just keep getting these slow dudes. Team speed is a huge issue. And with Matthew Stafford hitting dudes in stride like he is, and Darrell Bevell calling great plays and making, man, imagine this offense can run the ball. They'd be undefeated. They'd be undefeated. No doubt in my mind, they'd be undefeated if this offense can run the ball. I would revamp the whole offensive line except for Glasgow because he's gonna be a good keep. You can keep him at a good price. And Frank Ragnow, and I would just redo it. I would probably go out there, to be honest. If I can get a Trent Williams today, I would probably trade for him. You know what I would do? I'll sit his ass out. As soon as he get up there, as soon as his health and his stamina get up to speed, I'll play him the last 3 or 4 games, no matter where we're at. I'll play him the last 3 or 4 games. And then I go draft a rookie right tackle, a rookie left guard, and that's what I would do. We'll ride out like that. I go find me the best available running back in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Him and Kerryon can do it. Or if you want Melvin Gordon, I still draft a running back at some point. But team speed is a need. But Matthew Stafford is far from the problem this year. He missed a couple throws, but that's the game. But he playing better than Goff. To me, he playing better than Watson. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, boy, he out. But they just don't have the running game, man, and that's hurting him. With the running game, and even with this suspect defense right now, that's getting worn out because they went out and spent money on veterans the last few years, and with Trey Flowers, and he made a lot of playoff runs. They spent money with who else? Quadric Diggs got extension. He gone now. Christian Jones. Devin Kennard, Damon Harrison. They need to kind of start slowly, and I think he started last year. Drafting to integrate some youth on defense. I do. I think they need to start to integrate some youth on defense. That's what I would do. I would integrate some youth on defense. I think that's very, very key. But they doing that. Will Harris, Tavai, Deshaun Hand, and I would keep doing that, developing behind those guys. But Matthew Stafford definitely MVP candidate. Let me know what you guys think. Look up the numbers first. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Check out the channel out. Motor City Sports Talk. One time for the one time we go.